Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel, Indian Sagacity. This is going to be our first video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe.
Let's start. Hey Gaurav,
Hey Gaurav, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, brother. How's you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
So what we gonna talk about today?
Well, um, I have something in mind. You know, when we have to basically start a new project, and a lot of the things are in the way, and so the major part is getting a decent momentum. It's also like maybe an activity like going to the gym regularly, or
Yeah,
learning a new skill. So most of the struggle, is in keeping the momentum. So that is one thing, I face very often. What are
keeping
your
yeah,
thoughts
this
on
is this is true that keeping the momentum is an issue. The bigger challenge before that is taking the first step. If the
that?
first,
Right,
most of the if I talk about general public, most of them have visions, most of them have ideas, but they are fearful or they are not courageous enough to take the first step. Okay, the first step is taken, then the half of the journey is done. And after that, yeah, I agree with your point that we must keep the momentum ready. Not a speed of 100 kilometer per hour, but maybe zero point 0.5 kilometer per hour is also fine. But there should be a momentum and which should never be reduced.
right, right, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, please go ahead.
no, you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, this has been one very important aspect in so many things in our lives. Keeping a constant momentum. At all times. I mean, we I mean, if we look at our day-to-day things like just going to office or maybe even checking on our friends, old friends or something, or uh, maybe even something as simple as watching a Netflix series. You watch it, you know uh, regularly, or and let's say one episode every day, or you and and then you give it a break for a month or something, and then you lose you lose interest in that story, and then the next time you want to uh, start watching a series, you would want to watch a different one, because you've lost interest in that story. So same, it's something like that. And it relates to something as simple as this also, and also something that can be really complex, like starting a project, and constantly adding to that project, and being it's like watering a plant. You cannot forget watering the plant. You cannot take a break while watering the plant. I mean, otherwise it will reflect in the plant's health, eventually, right?
See, what I feel is the purpose behind everything. What is the purpose behind any project? If the purpose is very clear and if the purpose is for greater good or purpose is for anything which is beyond ourselves, then I do not think that Like Netflix is, you are stating that Netflix series, those are simple things. I think you need no motivation for those things. That is matlab, pure enjoyment from outside. But when you are starting a project, then you must have, you are the purpose behind it, and you have to matlab, bring it out in the, matlab, through your project to the universe. And for that, you have to bring the momentum yourself, not from the outside. You have to understand these things. Yeah,
Right.
you will find people who will come and who will tell you, who will speak to you. You are saying keeping check with the people, but they will check on you, but they are not going to help you on your project because it is your vision, it is your purpose.
Hmm.
Not all of your friends will come. No, they don't have time. But are you motivated enough by yourself for your project, for your purpose?
Yeah, motivation is a
If that
very,
is,
I
and
agree.
motivation
Yeah.
doesn't come from outside. Remember these things also. Motivation doesn't come from outside. If your purpose for your project is very clear, na, it will come from inside. And it will be so strong. If that motivation will be so strong, then even somebody from the outside wants to stop you from doing it, they won't be able to do it because you will be so much motivated from the inside. If it is from the outside motivation, they can kill those motivation, and then again your momentum will stop, and then your project is going to finish. But that purpose,
Right,
that
right,
motivation, all of these things should come from inside.
right. So it's like a drive, it's like a
Yeah,
drive.
exactly.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
it's like
right,
how, a piece of iron is, attracted to a big magnet. It's driven to the magnet, and
right, right.
external forces can try to separate it from the magnet, but it will keep.
A- And there are, matlab, external forces are of both kind. They will, matlab, give increase your momentum as well. They can decrease your momentum as well. But as you said, a
Right,
constant momentum should be there, and that constant momentum should come from the person himself, from the inside.
right,
External and
right,
internal
right.
doesn't matter at that time. Because
Yes,
what is in favor of you today might be against you tomorrow. What is against you today may be in favor of you tomorrow. But the person or the purpose or the thing behind the project should remain the same, and that should be constant, and that should be matlab, driven.
yeah, that's a very good point. I shall say this. You mentioned that some factors can be, supportive in the momentum for the momentum, and some can be, some can act against the pace of momentum. So the direction. This it's a very very good, but there has to be there has to be a constant, drive, a force from within, um, to keep it in in one direction, and the right direction.
And one more thing that I would like to add is, see, let's say about we will discuss about this project that we are starting today. Okay. See,
Right,
if
sure.
let's say if we are here and we are not driven, right? Then even if we have support from others now, they
Right,
will matlab, take away their support because we are not driven. And if we are
right.
not driven, those who are against us, they will deter us even more. They will make us even they will make our path even more challenging. So what
Mm.
we have, the support we have, that is going to we will lose that. And those who are against it, those who are deterring our speed, that will increase. So in a way, the project is going to collapse. So as you started, constant momentum is required,
Mm.
and that should be always there. Maybe adding, I we do not have to matlab run 100%
I
every day.
agree.
Matlab,
Right,
just point zero one is enough every day. मतलब
right.
little bit addition in something is enough. And बूंद बूंद से घड़ा भर ही जाएगा वो तो उसमें I have no
Uh,
मतलब we cannot question anything about it. And moreover,
uh, right.
what is What is really matlab, fascinates me is the true purpose about this project. And yes, I am very sure that nature is going to support us as much as she could because there is no because. Well,
Right. Yeah, man, I think it is going to be, I feel it's going to be a exciting journey. And
provided, provided
yes,
we do not lose the momentum. It will
no,
be a
we
nice
shall not.
journey.
Yeah, yeah, it will be
Yeah.
an exciting journey. And we will, try and cover a lot of things. Um, s- people and people can take something back from it.
Yeah,
You know,
let's.
it can be.
I was having my point in mind. What we gonna give? Matlab, from this or matlab podcast, this episode, uh, I want
Hmm,
to discuss about procrastination. Okay,
right.
because you are a great example of that. Okay,
Yeah,
I am
I
also
am.
one example of it. But my if I have to compare it with you, yeah, I am nil in in terms of
I
procrastination. But
I agree.
why do we
Okay.
procrastinate? But why the question is why do we procrastinate? That is the main thing. Why are we not clear with our purpose? Are we not clear that the time is going, slipping from our hands? Where are we distracted? What are we not clear on our vision? When if we have no answers to these questions, then procrastination is natural. It is it
I
is
think
not that I'm procrastinating or not.
I think it's a very
Yes.
interesting thing you bring up. It's not about these these important things that have to be in place for procrastination to not happen. It's not about for I mean, like, if why do people actually procrastinate, or why do I really procrastinate? It's about the little things that make it happen. Like, for instance, initially it's something else that has to be taken care of. That is more prior, or that is more severe, or that needs more concern and care. Initially it's that, and then in taking care of something else, it requires some time, and then usually it's like time and collaboration, when mostly when you're working with you know people, or if it's a collaborative project, or let's say, even if it's about going to the gym. Okay, I'm getting a very good drive to go to the gym right now, but is it a good time to go to the gym? Maybe it's 3 a.m. in the night. Some places, a gym is open at 3 a.m. in the night, uh, but how about sleeping in the night? Generally, people sleep in the night at night. So it's not about just that I can follow my drive whenever I get, however I want to. It's also about going for following the norms of the world, and understanding that being impulsive in one thing is going to impact something else, and procrastination comes when some time has passed, and then let's say let's say you play football with your friends. Okay. And in the park that's near your place, and you play football, and you play it regularly, pretty much every day, and you stop going outside, you stop playing with the guys for, let's say, 1 month or something, and then and then after 1 month, uh, you want to go and play, but now you have other things on your table, because that space is was there, and now that space is occupied with something else, you know, and moreover, you feel the drive that was there before 1 month before to go out and play football with your friends. That drive is no more there, or maybe it's that drive is not so much as it was before. So that's what really leads to prolonged procrastination. The one reason why people develop a repulsive attitude towards a project, or towards or let's say something as simple as playing football, is because of the time. Okay. um, the time they have wasted, or the time they have wasted pondering, wondering, um, and when it's and or maybe one reason why people don't resume going to the gym, it's very evident. People can people do face this thing. A lot of people will relate to it. It's like they find it difficult to to resume going to the gym, let's say after a week or so, because they feel what the other people at gym are going to think. You will feel what your friends are going to think about you when you go out and play football again. That's what people think, and then this resistance in their mind, this stops them to go to the gym, or to go out and play football, or to go out and keep giving interviews again and again. So
Well, you
this,
have said, no, you have said so many points.
yeah,
I
right. So
don't
it
know.
goes, see,
Yeah.
it goes deeper. See, it goes way deeper. It goes way deeper
No, I
than
don't
we
think
think.
it. No, it is not so deep. It is not so deep. If
Okay.
you think it is deep, it is not so deep. If
All
I
right.
take out the main point, which I think I should speak on, it is that you said the prior about priorities, right? That
Right.
if the priorities are not set, or you have other
Mm.
priorities, then I would say finish the other priorities first and then take the next step on the next project.
Yeah. One more thing I'd like
There
to,
is
add.
there is no point in doing something and thinking about something
Mm,
else, and meanwhile you are not doing the justice to what you are doing right now, and you are not even doing the
mm.
justice to what you are going to do.
Yeah. One more thing I'd like to add, is that I we had a guy in our office. Okay. He had something like, I think he was not well for a while, and then he took too many leaves. So we were all right with that. And then he basically uh, went on leaves, and he did not get back. And then he came one day. He worked few hours, and then he went back again, and then he completely stopped coming to office, and no sign of him, nothing from his side. Okay. So one of the thing that is very, I mean, maybe it's completely from one person. Okay. It's maybe it's all in one person's mind, that what people are going to think if I go to office now. They're going to ask me, "Oh, hey, where have you been?" Or that's what somebody thinks when he goes to the gym again after a long break. Um, but because that's how our society has evolved, and people want to avoid that resistance, you know People want to
At,
because
at,
people,
at that at that
you know,
at that moment comes the self motivation, right?
self
In
motivation
those,
is there. It is there, but then see,
but
for a lot of
I
things,
don't think there is any
if
but after
had it,
that.
no, there has
No,
to be.
there is
There
no
has to be.
there is no. There cannot
See,
be. There cannot be a but after self motivation. I
so
cannot.
what I'm trying to convey is that, see, you might be motivated to go and climb the Mount Everest, all right? But do you think you will need the help of Sherpa? Do you think you will be able to do it just by yourself, without any co-climbers or without anybody's help? See, help is how
First of
this
all,
world is
first
built.
of all, I will, first of all, I have to ask myself, do I have to go there or not? The first
No, no,
question is
that's
that.
that's that's a different thing. Let's take something more simpler.
Why?
Not climbing Mount Everest. Let's take, you know, let's take something like, working on something at your workplace. Okay. Now
Hmm.
you need approval on certain things. You need review on certain things. Because now because there is a team, that is why you need review. Had you been the only guy in your company, you can do whatever you feel like. Nobody's going to question you at all, right? And you can grow
I'll get,
to a very certain degree. If you're alone in your company, if you're the only person in your company, there is very limited scope for your growth also. Why do we have multiple people in a company? Why do we have 100 people company, or even uh, 10,000 people company, like companies, like big companies, enterprises? Why do we have that? Because, you know, the help has to be capitalized on. So I think it's a well enough conversation, we had today, and also it will be enough, I guess, right?
yeah, yeah.
You
It's,
uh,
I
you
think,
want you want to you want to add anything?
let's wrap it up with the matlab, main points that we can give to the general public.
Yeah, the main point is that I think, first of all, taking the first step, you know, um, taking the initiative. The other thing is being in the momentum, having an internal drive. That is
Yeah,
important.
constant momentum.
Right. What do you
And
do
then
when you
there,
lose?
yeah,
What
yeah,
do you
yeah.
do when you lose the drive? Let's say you completely come at halt, or you completely, go in the opposite direction. Sometimes that also
Then comes
happens.
the team players. Then enters the team player.
Right. Um, yeah. When procrastination happens, you're just supposed to, resume,
Okay. I
and
want to add something
and
apart from this.
by God's grace, your team is going to be kind to you. Your team is going to be supportive and not asking where the fuck you are. Uh, you know,
No, they
uh,
will. They will ask.
no,
They
they
have
will
to
ask,
ask.
but but
They have to ask.
they have to ask, but they should try their best and not to add, more resistance to someone.
No, it will be. You cannot tell the matlab, team player is some might be from Argentina, some might be from somewhere else, but you also have to matlab. Like ultimately we have to see that even if somebody is creating something, and if he is in the team, he must be thinking something good. He must be doing something for the team only. And I am very sure if the other person is in the team, he is also there. But well, what to how to put it into words?
I'll give you one example. I had a personal trainer, and in the Gold's Gym, Gold's Gym, it's very famous, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I paid 1 year's entire, subscription, and I did not go pretty much the entire year, I guess. And and
Typical one.
and so one day I went to the gym, maybe I think 3 months after
Did he recognize you?
yes, he did recognize me, and you will be surprised what he said.
Yeah.
He said, uh, let's do chest workout today.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, and I like just workout, and no word after that, and we just resumed chest workout.
That is so nice. Very kind trainer he is.
Yes, and the last point that we will add here is that when you procrastinate, don't fret over it, do not regret. Just get back to resuming what you started and try to be in the momentum and don't fret about the time you have wasted. Just resume and continue. So that's all from our side. um, Thank you for being with us. See you in the next podcast. Thank you, guys.